My 31 female boyfriend, 43 male, says he's disgusted because I'm a server. I've been with my boyfriend for 3 years now. When I met him I had just moved and didn't have a job. I quickly got a job as a server, then another office job. I actually made more serving. When the pandemic hit, I lost my office job, and served full-time. I have worked at a sports bar, and a day club. It's how I pay my bills. 2.5 years ago, when I was working at the sports bar, one of the regulars tipped me $100. Obviously, I was excited because that alone could pay internet for the month. Months later, he brought this up to me, and created this scenario in his head that I dressed sexually. I did wear tube tops to work in the summer, and that's why he tipped me so much. He said he is disgusted, and repulsed by this. He compares it to prostitution or stripping. This is just one example. I stopped telling him anything about work to avoid him creating these scenarios in his head. I also do bottle service, and he stews about what I'm doing while I'm at work. Says we all dress for the male gaze there, and that's why people go. Let me tell you, people do not decide to go out because the bottle service girls. He also said that I didn't grow up with good role models, so no one around me would ever be able to tell me the truth about the industry. My family can be a little dysfunctional when it comes to interpersonal relationships. My mom actually owns restaurants. I was raised in the industry, and have a lot of respect for it, so his behavior is actually starting to disgust me. He creates scenarios too often, and tells me not to talk to certain people about it to protect our relationship, but it just feels super isolating. Once, he accused me of cheating on him. He came up with this whole scenario where I thought I was giving him his sunglasses back, but they weren't his sunglasses. They were his sunglasses. Also, a friend of his found my Hinge profile and sent it to him. I guess I just deleted the app, and didn't deactivate my account, so my profile still showed up. By the way, he brought these things up 2 years after it happened, so I didn't even know what he was talking about. I should mention that he was married before me and got a divorce because she cheated on him, so this is where his behaviors all stem from. Other than this, he is the best boyfriend ever. Thoughtful, caring, full of surprises. He treats me so well, and is super supportive. This issue didn't pop up until we had already been dating for years. I just don't know if this is a major red flag, or if sometimes relationships are hard like this. In regard to this issue, no one has ever said meaner things to my face than him, but majority of the time he treats me so well. What does a normal reoccurring conflict in a relationship look like? Too long did not read. My boyfriend created scenarios in his head of me being a server, compares it to stripping, prostitution, and I don't know what to do. Normal relationships don't include constant accusations of cheating and being a sex worker. Normal relationships don't include isolation. Abusive ones do though. Did his ex actually cheat or did he make it up like he does with you? Run. He ain't worth it. I'm sure there is a man out there that would respect you. I'd suggest to talk it out and ask him to go to therapy, but because it's Reddit I'll advise you to break up and move on. Definitely red flags. So leave. He's not entitled to your sweet ass heart. This sounds the start of controlling behavior which could lead to other abuse. Having issues with what you wear and where you work, then telling you can't talk to anyone about it is a big location flag. First step is always isolating you from everyone. Then berating you and the emotional abuse. This is definitely a mentally abusive boyfriend you have here. Normal guys don't accuse their girlfriends of cheating like that. I would get out now because it's only going to get worse. Lots of red flags. Location flag, location flag, location flag, location flag, location flag, location flag. He has issues he needs to take care of and stop taking it out on you. What he's doing is not normal or small. Why do you want to be with someone who doesn't trust you, disrespects you, wants to control you? Also, I too wonder if the ex actually cheated or did he make it all up in his head, aka convinced himself it was actually happening. Hun, if I was you, I would break up with him and find someone else. As odds are he won't stop and things won't get better. To be honest, I didn't even finish reading, I got to half, and stopped. A normal, reoccurring issue in a relationship shouldn't be degrading and should include at the very least, mutual inner work, of both partners if applicable, but at least of the partner whose discontent is at hand to dismantle the why behind the issue. That being said, it's sad to me that your boyfriend views you through such a disgusting and degrading lens. He doesn't sound like a very good partner, but all I have is your Reddit post to go off of. My partner is switching career fields and studying tirelessly to break into a new field. It matters less to me how much she makes, or what she does, than what I actually care about, her happiness, well-being, and ability to lead an authentic and healthy life. At first I thought you meant a server computer, and I was like, is this the Her movie plot? This man is 43. It read like he was 20. If he's the best boyfriend ever, why did it take you several paragraphs to tell us about how unreasonable and delusional he is? If you're still around the next time he brings it up, turn it around on him. Ask if he thinks the people who serve him at restaurants, bars, etc., are prostitutes or strippers. If so, how often does he take them home? Or to a hotel or his car or wherever? Did you even read what you wrote? You've tried to assuage his insecurities. So it depends how much do you want to continue to put up with. I understand he has some past trauma from his ex, but if that's the case, he should get it together, fix himself, since he doesn't sound like he's ready to date or trust anyone. You're too grown for his sexist, entitled arsehole 16-years-old view of the world. Why would you stay with someone who thinks those things all the time? Relationship advice sub is among the worst I have come across in Reddit, filled with snowflakes and goof-offs. Find a post where they wouldn't say everything is a major red flags, and you have to let this one go. Now, please do ask for advice, but keep in mind that these people are not relationship experts and will force their biased agenda on you with their subjective opinions. It feels like sometimes half of these people have never been in a relationship before, but they're first to give an advice. If I had to ask a relationship advice, this sub would be the last place on earth. My husband and his normal reoccurring conflicts are him putting the wrong items in the dryer instead of hang drying them. Admittedly, I'm fussy about most my things just getting line dried. His is being annoyed with me at loading the dishwasher wrong. Another one is the fact that no one cleans the damn toilet except me. His is that I leave my shoes in the way of the stairs. These are normal recurring conflicts. Him saying the meanest things anyone has said to you. Degrading you and your job. Those aren't normal. He's telling you that he views you as a sex worker and he doesn't seem to have a very high opinion of them. You're happy in your job and he looks down on it. Can you overlook this? Can you overlook him speaking to you this way? Of being accused of cheating based solely on your job? If you love someone, their hustle shouldn't concern you unless it's a detriment to their physical, emotional, mental health. Find someone who loves you for you, and respects your ability to provide for and take care of yourself. He's insecure, and it's not your job to fix it. Try being a banquet server at large hotels, you'll make bank. He is emotional, controlling and abusing you. It will get worse, not better. It's like you just created an alternate universe where he's still a good guy and really live in it. And this is why folks on this sub always assume the worst when we see a big age gap. He's a paranoid, manipulative, judgmental prude, which kinda makes him ineligible for the best boyfriend ever trophy. His behaviors don't stem from the divorce. His divorce and shit behavior stem from him being garbage. He needs therapy. And you need to get away from him until he does the serious work. He's broken and is giving you his baggage. Not your problem. Leave. Reevaluate after he's gone to therapy. He is emotionally abusing and isolating you. There is no excuse for punishing you for his ex's alleged actions. This man accused you of cheating for no reason, so he may have done the same to his ex. Jealousy is poison. Who cares if you wear a tube top to get better tips? Your body, your choice, and importantly, you wearing a tube top denigrate your relationship. This post got weird and sad after. Other than that, he is the best boyfriend ever. Lol. If he's so disgusted with your work, maybe he should marry you and commit to supporting you so you don't have to work at all. Not that I'd advise you to marry that judgmental ass. If he's so disgusted, he needs to either leave or get outside help for his issues, because they are his issues, not yours. As you say, you know the industry, and he did not initially express discomfort with your work. Frankly, his behavior would be too troubling for me to stick around, myself. But if he has any interest in genuinely continuing this relationship, you need to let him know that you will be shutting down all such whining from him in the future, and his insecurities need tending by a professional to help him move past them. Your behavior isn't what needs to change. You've done nothing wrong. How he processes and copes with his insecurities needs a major overhaul. Dude almost 50 acting like a 12-year-old with his first girlfriend. No one has ever said meaner things to my face than him. Honey, this is not just disrespect, it's contempt. There's no coming back from this. Please run. Had an ex like this who convinced himself every one of his girlfriends were cheating on him. His behavior should not be tolerated. What a piece of work. He is being absolutely toxic, controlling, accusatory, and horrid to you. I'm jumping on the leave him train on this one, because I really only see one of two things happening here. He could be doing this because he's super insecure, and his behavior will continue to get worse. The accusations could be projection, because he's cheating. Hell, honestly, it could be both. You deserve better. He is disrespectful and distrustful to you. This is not a normal reoccurring conflict. It will be difficult to live with someone who thinks you have no dignity and disrespects your own agency as an adult. Our normal reoccurring conflict is that he keeps forgetting to not set the washer on strong with my delicate clothes. This pattern of paranoid possessive behavior is a big red flag of control issues that can lead to abuse, and in themselves, as you've described, the effects on you are abusive. Are you kidding? This has to be a joke. I just got my divorce papers last week after being separated for 7 years from a guy very similar to how you describe your guy. He also compared serving to being a prostitute, and I made every excuse in the world to myself that he cared. What he did care about was control. I hope you have a happier ending than I did, and please stay safe and aware. Trust your gut. If it feels yuck, it is. Get a new boyfriend. He seems like a jealous derp. Love reading posts on here that are just like, location flag, 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 location flag. But other than that, they're amazing and I love them. He's not the best boyfriend if he's being judgmental, accusing you of cheating and intentionally gaslighting you. Also, there's something pretty wrong when a 40-year-old man is pursuing a 28-year-old woman. He's way too old to be acting like this. This is something I'd expect from someone in college or early 20s. What's disgusting is a man in his 40s sinking his claws into a vulnerable young woman in her 20s and then proceeding to control and manipulate her entire life. You were 28 when you met him, right? When he was 28, you were 16. How does that not gross you out? There is only one reason why older men go for young girls, and it's not because you were mature for your age. Someone who doesn't respect service workers is not someone you want to be in a relationship with. I'm sorry he's such an asshole. Skeptical smiley face. Mom, your perfect boyfriend appears to be experiencing a serious break from reality on a near daily basis. This is not a relationship. This is a prison. Question. What does a normal relationship conflict look like? Answer. Not like this. You have recognized your boyfriend is intentionally isolating you. It is time to get a plan together, pack your bags, and leave. Congratulations, you may have found a stupid abuser who is obvious about his plans, but you've still found an abusive partner and there's no fixing that. Leave the narcissist. How do you not know this is bad? You do know it bad, don't you? You just don't want to admit it because you don't want to be single or because you're scared you can't find someone better. Girl, you need a different boyfriend, not a different job. The age gap strikes again. He's like 100 years old and thinks he owns you. What do you think the advice here will be?